All right, what's up, YouTube? This is Keith.
This is Brian.
You're watching Less Magic, More Gathering. Top picks. Today we are doing our favorite standard card combos.
Card combos, yes. Some are going to be jank or dank or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, one of them is definitely jank.
It's mega dank.
The others are, only just a couple cards and easy to get going. One of them is an absolute jank bunch of ridiculousness. So, first of all, though, we've got an honorable mention with Panharmonicon. Panharmonicon is a great combo with any card in Magic. It works with so many things. Anything with a enters the battlefield trigger loves Panharmonicon, and it'll go in any deck too. So that's our honorable mention before we get started. So let's take a look here.
All right, I'll go first. I'll start with some older stuff. Since I built this a while back, it's like one of my first. It was my first draft. We did a first draft, and I built this. But
you got this in a draft?
No, I didn't get it, but I got the ideas from a draft.
Okay.
I got it from a draft. I get some of the cards, and I already had part of it built, but I added it to it because I found a card in a draft that I didn't have before, and I was like, holy cow! But the basic of this one is simple. We're going back to 8th Revolt all the way around for all these. Well, -1, it's a Kaladesh, but still the same block. So you're starting out with your Consult Dreadnought, and I'm sure a lot of you have already seen a deck built this way, but this is what I had, and it didn't happen every time, this type of combo, but I know for sure I got it once against Keith, and he wanted me never to play the deck again. So I'm keeping it, and I'm going to run with it, because, it made him mad. But
no, it's because you got it 17 times in a row playing against me.
No, okay, maybe it was just you. Either way, so Consult Dreadnought, obviously, it's your 1-drop artifact vehicle. It's a crew 6, extremely difficult to crew it if you have small creatures. You got to build up to it, but there's a way around that because it's in the set. So it's a 7/11 power and toughness, but to get around that, obviously the 2-card combo that I have, there's a few more that go along with this setup, is Siege Modification. It's your 3-drop, 2 mountains and 1 other, enchant creature or vehicle. As long as enchanted permanent is a vehicle, it's a creature in addition to its other types. Now, with doing that, it turns into a creature, which means it can be killed by other possible spells out there, which is why it's not as effective right now, because there's too many kill spells. But it gives your creature or your vehicle, an enchanted creature gets +3/+0 and has first strike. So essentially, by turn 3, if you have a Dreadnought out there after turn 1 or even 2, you now have a 10/11 first strike creature. That's pretty annoying. So, I mean, they can obviously chump it until they can find some way around it, but then here comes the twist to it by turn 4. The 3rd card combo can be one of 2 things depending on what you put in your deck, and I put them both in the deck I played because they both have similar effects, but one can be more beneficial.
Because you're a jerk.
Because I'm a jerk. So, having said that, you're at turn 4 now, and you've got your 7 or your 10/11 first strike out there. So you swing away, and they're like, "Well, I'll chump it with my 1/1 or whatever because I don't have any spells that can take this down, but I'm going to chump it." So as they call their blocker, you're like, "All right, you're blocking my 10/11, so I'm going to tap 1." Throw a Bolt to Smash out there. Target attacking creature gets a +3/+3 until end of turn. If it's an artifact creature, it gains trample until end of turn. And in fact, it is an artifact creature.
Yeah,
so, not only you're swinging with the 10/11 first strike, it has now become a 13/14 first strike and trample, and you just hit them for 12 on turn 4. That'll piss somebody off, especially if they have no way to stop it. The other option to that is Invigorate or Rampage. It is a 2-drop. You can choose one. Target creature gets a +4 and gains trample. Or 2 target creatures get +2, +0 and gain trample until turn. So it depends. If you have other creatures later in the game, the 2 goes better because now you've given 2 creatures trample. But that is my 3 to 4 card combo. The one twist to that, which can benefit you if Siege Modification isn't out there, is another artifact vehicle, Peace Walker Colossus. You can pay planes and 1 other, and another target vehicle you control becomes a creature until end of turn. So if he's out there, you don't have Siege Modification, you can still make your Dreadnought a 7/11 creature and still throw that Invigorated Rampage or Built to Smash on there. By turn 4, it looks like it's still a possible play. So you just don't know what you're going to have, but that's the kind of card combo I had set up for my deck. I liked it. Keller hated it, but sometimes you get what you get. So there's my first one.
You get what you get.
You shut up.
All right, so I'm gonna start out here with my jank combo. This has a lot of pieces to it, and it doesn't always work, but when it does, it's flipping hilarious. So you start out turn 1, Llanowar Elves. Turn 2, Long Tusk Cub. Then things start to get kind of hairy. If you got your Llanowar Elves out there, then turn 3, you go with a Paradox Engine. Nope, Aetherflux Reservoir. Aetherflux Reservoir makes it so that anytime you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell cast that turn, and then you can pay 50 life to do 50 damage to an opponent. So you get those out there, follow it up with a Paradox Engine. Then, whenever you cast a spell, you untap all your non-land permanents. So you're going to use your Llanowar Elves to cast a Greenbelt Rampager. Now, when Greenbelt Rampager comes into play, you either pay 2 energy, or you put it back in your hand, you get an energy. Is that it? Yeah, you can return it to your hand and you get an energy. So you've got 1 energy. Next turn, you're going to cast your or not next turn, same turn. Your Llanowar Elves untapped because of the Paradox Engine. So you tap it again, cast your Greenbelt Rampager. Now you gained 2 life that time because your Aetherflux Reservoir. You still can't pay the 2 energy, so you get 1 more, put the Greenbelt Rampager back in your hand, use your 2 energy to pump the Long Tusk Cub, and then do all that until you've got more than 50 life and kill your opponent. Simple. Simple.
If you see how it's laid out, yes, it's simple. But like he said again, you got to get the cards out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5-piece combo. Now the rest of your cards are Heroic Intervention and Blossoming Defense and stuff like that. So you can keep all your pieces of the combo on the battlefield, and all you got to do is get those 5 pieces. I built this deck and I played it probably 15 or 20 times, and I had that combo work.
I think once.
I don't know. No, it's more than once.
During a two-headed giant, it worked.
Yeah,
that was
a couple times.
I saw it.
It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
But when it does, it's worth it.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll give it.
So
to
that's my first one. The next one's not nearly as ridiculous, but that's a fun combo, especially now that you've got the 1-drop Llanowar Elves in there. So I was using, I don't know, one of the other.
Beforehand, you were relying on your mana source.
Well, I had one of the other 2-drop Mana Dorks, but it's just so much easier when you've got the Llanowar Elves because you can ramp into that other stuff a lot quicker.
Yep.
All right, what do you got? This one's new, isn't it?
Yep, so we're pulling this straight out of Dominaria. It was something I was going to use last week when we picked our combos or our favorite cards. I think it was combos we had last week. Did we have combos last week? What did we have last week?
Cards.
Favorite cards, so 2 favorite cards. And I was going to pick these, but now that we're doing a combo for today, I went with this. It's actually a 3-set, but the basis of this one, I'm sure there's a lot of people already running this or shooting for this, and I've seen some videos or I didn't really want to watch the video because I wanted to kind of do it my own way so that you have your own twist to it. But it's pretty simple, and as soon as I tell you the first card, you're gonna go, oh yeah, I got it.
Tell them the first card second. Start with this one.
Oh, okay. Well, they might know. Well, I could start with this one.
Yeah, just don't tell them this one till last.
Okay. So you've got a card in here. We'll start with this one. So we got an artifact card that's pretty useful. It's a 3-drop artifact named Forebear's Blade. Artifact equipment. It gets equipped creature gets a +3/+0 and has vigilance and trample. Whenever equipped creature dies, attach Forebear's Blade to target creature you control, and it's an equip 3 cost. So this is fast-paced, like there's not really a plan set up for how this works, but based on that just alone, it's obviously pretty useful because something dies, bam, you put it on something else.
Bam.
So think about that for a second. Going into the next card, Tetsuko Emezawa Fugitive.
Hey, that was pretty good.
2-drop.
You don't even speak Japanese.
I do not. 2-drop legendary creature, human rogue. Creatures you control with power or toughness, 1 or less, can't be blocked. A lot of times it's usually power 1 or blocked. With the toughness, we got a game going on now.
Uh-oh.
So, and it's a 1/3. So you can just kind of keep in mind right now what I'm going with here. And so obviously the key to the puzzle here is your simple common card named Rat Colony. 2-drop, creature rat. Rat Colony gets +1/+0 for each other rat you control. A deck can have any number of cards named Rat Colony. So we're passing that 4-card minimum or maximum of a specific card in a deck, and you can just
run 27.
Run 27 Rat Colonies. So each of them gets a +1/+0, and it's a 2/1. So therefore your toughness is still 1, which makes it unblockable as long as Tetsuko is out on the field. So with those 3 cards, you can sit there and get out possibly 4 rats, maybe have 4 Blair's Blade out there and shrink down to a rat or so. But once you put that on one of those rat colonies, it is now a 5/1 minus the other rats, which could be 2 out there. It's a 7/1. Swing away, and it's unblockable anyway, but if Tetsuku isn't out there yet, it's still a 7/1 with trample, and if they kill it, which they're more than likely going to, you just throw it to the next rat, and then play another rat the next turn, or even Tetsuku, depends on where you get him in your draw. But I just saw this, and I saw the rat colony, didn't think nothing of it, and then I looked at the one, and I was like, oh wait, there's a card that allows them to not be to be unblocked, and I was like, sweet, perfect combo. So
Ultimate combo.
There's some other stuff you can throw in there to enhance the card draw too, because you're going to run low real quick if you play a lot of rats real quick, or play them cheaper, using stuff like Bantus. But you'll see if you ever look up videos. I'm guarantee there's a couple videos out there that have this set up already. But that's one I liked from the new cards, and I'm going to put it together. Going to open a box tonight. Going to have a video maybe tomorrow for it, whenever, and hopefully I get my rat colonies because they're hard to come by apparently. Moving on.
I got 3 out of the box I opened.
Yeah, 3 common out of a box.
All right, my last, and I don't know for sure yet if this is going to be my favorite combo, but I'm going to find a way to break the Helm of the Host.
I'm going to break the shit out of it.
Helm of the Host is my pet project. I'm going to find a way to really use that and make it just ridiculous. So right now I've got the Helm of the Host comboing and pairing up with Gonti, Lord of Luxury.
Ooh.
So beginning of combat on every turn, you copy Gonti, Lord of Luxury. He comes into play, you exile the top 4 cards of your opponent's library, pick one of those cards, put it face down, and you can cast that card as long as it remains exiled. So even if Gonti leaves the battlefield, I believe you can still cast that card, is how I'm reading it. If that's not right, leave me a comment down there. But I think that's how it reads. So every turn, you're going to get a new Gonti that's not legendary, and your opponent's going to have to give you a card, essentially, every turn. So you're getting card advantage, you're getting probably some sweet crap out of their deck, because looking at 4 cards and picking one is that's a good turnover rate. So you're going to get some good stuff out of their deck. And you can cast it with the mana that you've got, so I'm going to try and build a deck around this. The nice thing is if you can get the Helm of the Host to trigger 1 time, then you can equip it to one of the copied tokens that comes in, and it will continue to produce more Gontis. So as long as they don't kill one or the other, either destroy your Helm of the Host or kill your Gonti before that first combat phase comes around, then you're going to be able to reuse this indefinitely. So that's my number 1 combo. Like I said, I may end up putting Helm of the Host on something else, but right now that's going to be my pet project to see if I can make that combination work.
I like it.
What else we got, Brian?
Well, I can do it in video.
I know you're doing...
I can do a video. We'd have to break it down later. But
No, you're fine. We're doing a Dominaria box opening, another one. Brian got his box in, so he's going to open that and do a video. I've got a video already recorded at home that I need to edit and put up that is some new Magic products that I haven't seen very much talk about. So I'm hoping that can be something that you guys might get your first look at. And then we've also ongoing got the Operation Booster Packs. We still need and will continue to need lots of support from the community on this one. We're looking for names and addresses of military members that are currently on a deployment that might like to receive some Magic cards in a care package. I know the care package right now has a Rivals of Ixalan Vraska pre-built. It's got a Rivals of Ixalan Angrath pre-built and 3 packs of Dominaria.
there'll be 3 more from my box later, too.
Brian's going to add in 3 more packs, and we've got a whole bunch of these tokens that Brian bought with his own money, and I'm going to try and talk him into throwing in a couple of these for our
We can do that.
care package.
Relic tokens.
So if you know someone or have a family member or anything, anybody that you can think of that's deployed and would want to receive some Magic products, send us an email, lessmagicmoregathering@gmail.com. Get us their name and address, and we will get a care package sent out. You got anything else?
I don't think I do, man.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Deuces.